Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? I am Miss Anila and I am your grade 4 English teacher. Today I am going to tell you a traditional story and the name is Stone Soup. In a small kingdom, once what happened that famine spread across a small kingdom. Now, what is famine? Famine is that when there is very less food and everyone is very hungry, and then everyone has to save the food and protect the food carefully, use it carefully so that it doesn't finish early. So famine spread across the small kingdom, and in that kingdom everyone was very hungry. Everyone was having a very little food, and each family was really wanting to guard the food so that it doesn't finish, and it has to guard the food also that no one can steal it. So times were very tough in that kingdom. Now, in that country, one morning, a young traveler walked into the village. So everyone was afraid. Now we don't have to give the food to that person. So everyone just ignored him. Nobody wanted to look at him. Everyone closed their doors and windows so that he doesn't come inside. But the children were very curious. They followed him through the town. Now what happened? The traveler moved and into near the small stream of water, and he just sat down, and he was carrying a sack on his back, and then he sat down and took out a big black pot from his sack, filled it with water from the stream, and then he went and gathered some wood and lit a fire, and then he announced in a very loud voice that it's almost dinner time, so everyone can come and enjoy the delicious stone soup. And because he's cooking the food, he's cooking the soup because he's very hungry. So he also the other step that he did was that he took out leather pouch. From his leather pouch he took out a large stone, and what did he do? He smelled the stone, and then he said that this will be the tastiest soup that I have ever cooked. He said that with that stone I will cook the tastiest soup that you have ever eaten and I have ever cooked. Now what did he do? He dropped that stone into the big black pot's water and then started boiling it. The stone was boiling in the water of the black pot. Now what happened? The villagers also were very inquisitive and very curious. They also came out of their houses to see that what was he doing. How could he make a tasty soup with that stone? So everyone was coming and trying to watch what was he doing. And now what did he do? He said that this stone soup will taste wonderful. But there is something missing. If it could have an onion, if I could add an onion in the stone soup, it will be the tastiest food I could ever make it. So now what happened? An old woman rushed to his home and got some onions that he had hidden inside, and he gave it to the traveler. The traveler was very happy, thanked the old lady, and put the onions into the soup. Now the entire village was around now. They all came out of their houses because they were very surprised to see that how a man is cooking a great soup with a stone. Now what happened? He tasted the soup again and he said that it need a piece of mutton now. He said that the soup can become the tastiest soup if we add a mutton here. So now what happened? There was a butcher also sitting nearby. He went quietly home and returned with a large piece of mutton and gave it to the young man. The young man was happy, and he put that piece of meat on that in the pot of black pot into the soup, and that piece of mutton also started to cook. In the same way, he asked the people, and the people started bringing the salt, then tomato, then cabbage, potatoes, and finally there were so many things that he put in the pot, and the Everyone was watching the young man, and what was he doing very carefully, including the villagers as well. Now, finally, the soup was ready, and the young man tasted the food. And he said, "Perfect. This is the perfect soup that I have ever had. Now, let us dine together. Let us eat the food together." So now he gave the soup to everyone. Everyone enjoyed, and they eat it to their full, and everybody declared that was the tastiest soup they have ever had it. But they were amazed at the magic stone. They thought how the magic stone can work. So after the dinner, the traveler washed away all his things and gave this magic stone to the children. But he said that, "Children, this is not a magic stone. It is just an ordinary stone. The magic lies in your contribution." The magic was that everyone contributed to make it the perfect soup. It means the people that have contributed to make this soup has made this soup a very tastiest soup, and this is not the magic of the stone. It is magic of the love and the unity of the people that have made this soup the tastiest soup. So children, I hope you like the story, and the lesson that we have learned from this story is that if we all contribute a little to something, then we can achieve a lot. For example, if you in your home, if you all are working something or the other, one is doing dusting, one is helping mama at home, one is helping the father, then you can all complete all your work on time. But if any one person is doing all the work, he will not be able to achieve as well. So I hope you have understood the story and you have learnt a very good lesson. Thank you very much. Khuda Hafiz.